Welcome back. We're actually in Denmark right now in my mother's beautiful garden where she has the most amazing hydrangeas. These ones produce blue and pink flowers on the same bush, sometimes on the same stem. And that's really unusual because hydrangeas are often a really good indicator of what sort of soil you have. So if you've got really acidic soil, you'll get more blue flowers, whereas if your soil is more neutral, you'll get pink ones. But these ones, oh, I just want to see if I can get them to produce the both colors on one stem back home. We are back in my garden and I brought 3 cuttings home. I've stripped them down of any leaves and we're going to get them potted up now. So there, this one's completely coated in the rooting hormone. So we're just going to pop him straight into the pot. I like to put my cuttings around the edges of the pots because then when they touch the edge, it helps their roots split rather than just keep on continuing further and further and deeper into the pot before they finally split. And it just creates a really good root system, a really strong one. So we've got all 3 of them nicely settled in here all along the edges. They're looking really good. And I'm just going to give them a good drink because as their name might indicate, being hydrangeas, they are very thirsty plants. We'll get them well watered in now. That should make them really happy. And then we'll put them in the shade of some larger plants out of direct sunlight in sort of semi-shade and just really hope for the best. See how they go. It's been a month now and they're looking really good, but you might notice I have snipped off the ends of the leaves. I just wanted to make sure they wouldn't lose too much water through their leaves. It's really remarkable how green they still are because all of the other hydrangeas have lost all their leaves, but of course they are in the unheated greenhouse. And if you look down here, there's even some growth happening down below. So that's really encouraging. I think we're going to have some wonderful hydrangea plants by next year. We're in the end of December and my hydrangeas are still looking so green. It hasn't been freezing in the greenhouse. It stayed just above 0 degrees Celsius, sort of about 3, I think, or maybe actually just about 1 at some points. But they're still looking very, very green. And then there's some new little growth going down there. So this is so promising. I'm sure they have roots. I hope so anyhow. And hopefully they'll just carry on going really well. And we might even have some flowers next year, the very first ones. The last leaves are finally dropping now. But meanwhile, new little ones are appearing. So it seems as if all 3 cuttings are doing really well. There's lots of beautiful green growth now, and it's so encouraging to see that all 3 cuttings are doing so well and are looking so lush. Another month has passed and there is lots of wonderful growth everywhere. There's even some on the top of this one, whereas the other ones are quite brown there on the tops. I might cut them back very soon, but they're looking super good. They're branching out too. We are finally in May, so I can take these little guys out of the greenhouse. They're looking so green and so good. And I'm going to repot them now. We'll have a little look at their roots. I've got myself a different pot, a nice terracotta one, and lots of ericaceous compost, so I can really try to keep the flowers blue. The ones that my mum has, of course, are pink and blue, so I'm hoping that that's how these guys will be too. That they'll remain true to their mother plant, but we will see. So let's just get them out and see how the roots are. Look at these beautiful roots. There's a little worm there as well. Doing so well. This one has really branched out nicely too. That's looking so healthy. Oh, this one's got really good roots. Okay, let's get them into the pot. I'm going to keep them all together even though they could be potted up separately, but no, I'll keep them all together. And there they are, all potted up. They're looking so good. I might keep them here on the patio. It's quite protected and it's quite warm and sunny too, so I think it's a good spot for it. And let's see how it goes. They've been outside for a while now, and I'm keeping them on the patio because it's a nice warm spot. I even added some crushed eggshells down there to help discourage slugs and snails. But we have had a lot less slugs and snails here ever since we got our little rescue hedgehog, little Bert, because he patrols this whole area and eats them during the night. He's such a wonderful little garden friend. So I thought, as these little cuttings are just going to be ticking along all year now without flowering, it's highly unlikely that they'll flower this year. I'm expecting flowers in a year or two. So either they might have some next year, but they should definitely have some the following year. So I thought we'd end this video here and then do a follow-up next year to see how they're doing. I think also in the autumn I may split them up and plant them into 3 individual pots, but I think at the moment they're absolutely fine all together here. And we'll just see how it goes. But I'm so happy they all made it, they all grew, they all took, and they all have wonderful root systems. It's really been an easy thing to do. Hydrangeas are very easy to grow from cuttings, so it's such a fun thing to be able to do, to make free plants which you can share with family or just keep here. And bring a little bit of my Danish garden, my parents' Danish garden, back here to England. Really lovely. So thank you for joining me. I will see you next time, and I will do a follow-up in the next year or so. Bye for now.